else is going to be at the wellbeing event on Saturday, the 2nd of October, the beautiful Sharon Lynn. So you've heard from me recently about it. So what I'm going to do is to let Sharon tell you what she's going to be offering at the event. So Sharon, do you want to let people know what you're going to be offering?
Well, indeed. Thank you for having me for a start. Let's keep our fingers crossed that the tech works, because as anybody that works with me on these things know that, yeah, things quite often go wobbly. So, yeah, I'm going to be in the caravan as usual. And yeah, bringing, well, who knows actually, because I will probably change my mind on the day. But at the moment, the plan is to bring the Wolf Life Path cards, do some sessions with those. So very much kind of meditation wise. There's a whole, we've got the whole set here. We've got a little booklet. I shall also be working with the Shadow Light cards. So this is for anybody who's in a bit of a funk right now, which I think probably quite a few of us are. It seems to be quite a transitional time again at the moment, with some niggles coming to the surface to be cleared at deeper and higher levels. So, you know, I can be talking to people about that. But Shadow Light cards are really good because they're just like a little pocket-sized tool to help you shift your state, as it were. And most excitingly, for me anyway, I guess, is that it's actually going to be the first outing for our Conscious Creatures Oracle.
Yay!
So hopefully you can see Liony there. So this is a set of 42 different, go that way, there we go, 42 different animal cards that have been created by essentially by my business partner with his supersonic photography and his supersonic online artwork. And yeah, I mean, these are very much for empowerment, affirmations. I like to think they've got a little something special and, you know, something a bit different. I work with the numerology, with the colour. You know, there's some kind of hidden symbology in there as well, and we've got some sacred geometry. So like things like this is, you know, this depicts that he's a star messenger, and we've got, you know, wise ones and things like that. So yeah, so essentially I should be working with those 3 sets of tools, offering one-to-ones, but I will also be bringing the ocean drum. So at 12 o'clock, I shall be in front of the caravan offering an ocean drum journey. So for anybody that just wants to feel like they're, you know, sitting on the beach and hearing the waves, and I have brought it in the room with me today. So if we want to hear a little bit of that, and I can just do a little bit of a, you know, soundscape, if you like, just for a few seconds, because then you can, I don't know how it will transpose on here, but
no, sure well, let's try it.
So I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get the idea. It's just going to rattle while I put it down now as well. It'll sound like it's raining.
That's fine.
So yes, I should be doing that at 12 o'clock. And the idea is that obviously I'll talk people in, give them a little bit of a spiel, if you like, about some of my experiences with some of the ocean creatures, and, you know, just let people go off into a lovely visualization. You know, it might be walking along the beach, it might be getting on a horse and having a, you know, trot or canter along the beach, it might be actually swimming in the ocean with the whales and the dolphins, or, you know, they can go off astrally and whatever, no rules, but it's just, you know, beautiful soundscape where people can just, you know, just go off and yeah, have a wonderful time. So that's kind of in a very quick nutshell, what I'm going to be doing. You know, I can talk for England, so I shall zip it there for a moment. But I'm quite happy if anybody happens to be on, you know, while we're kind of talking away in a moment. I'm quite happy to do just a couple of quick 1 or 2 card pulls, and if nobody arrives, then I can do one for you, Ray.
Oh, that would be absolutely lovely. Normally I'm doing cards for other people, so
Yeah.
it's always nice when somebody actually.
So would you like one of each? Would you like a shadow light, a wolf, and an animal oracle? Just a very quick.
Why not? Yes.
Why not? Right. Well, let's this is probably what I'll do on Saturday. I will probably start with a shadow light card, because that normally unearths, you know, whatever it might be that you need to look at. Now, these days I tend not to focus on the shadow. I normally just ask what light is best for you to carry right now. Okay, so, and then I just wait for one to jump out. So what light would be most beneficial for Ray to carry right now on her path, on her journey? And we'll see what comes out. Maybe you have got some shadows, because it's not wanting to. Hey, there we go. It's not. It nearly flew. It didn't quite, but it let me know what it was. So this is, where are we here? I'll go like that. There we go. So that's the colours to work with, and obviously you've got the symbology of working with the crystal skulls and the flower of life, etc., etc. But it's actually, I don't know if you can see that, lack and abundance. So I'm ignoring the
lack.
I'm ignoring the shadow right now. We'll just put our finger on that, and we'll just focus on abundance. But you can see here as well that you've got a number. So I will also interpret the number, which is 11, which is about transformation. It's on the yellow vibration, so it's very much about what your head is saying. What, you know, I don't need to tell you this stuff, but I'm sure this will be relevant to some of our listeners as well, because, well, I mean, let's not even talk about the global P word at the moment, shall we? But
no, definitely not.
There is an abundance of that, isn't there? But it's just what the head is doing and what we're hearing from outside sources.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's a very quick whistle stop shadow light. Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull oh, I've just shown Badger there. I don't know. There we go. I'm just going to. He just decided to pop up. So Badger is I stand my ground. He's on the number 1 vibration, 9 and 1. 19. I mean, 19 might also mean something to you, but for me in numerology, that is best foot forward, standing in your power, standing your ground, new beginnings. I mean, I can go quite a lot into this one, because obviously you've got the yin and the yang, the black and the white. You know, we've just been talking about shadow light as well. Yeah. But he comes in very much on a purpley bluey vibration as well, as you can see. So very much about spiritual communication, which I know you're about, etc., etc. So yeah, just I think maybe you know, if I just go that little bit deeper, I think maybe that there is something new around the corner for you, or something that you've been thinking about, but maybe worrying about, is that going to bring me the abundance, whether that be clients or physical money or whatever that might be. And maybe there's other people around you as well, kind of going, oh, I don't know if that's the right thing, or I don't know whether it's other people or whether it's in your head. But you know, for standing your ground, if there are, you know, either those internal voices or external voices, it's about actually just standing in your power, standing your ground, and going, do you know what, actually my heart feels like this is the right thing to do. You know, spiritually, I feel like I need to be communicating X, Y, Z, and therefore I'm going for it, kind of thing. Yeah. So that's, you know, but again, somebody else gets Badger at the weekend, they could get a completely different message, as you well know with these things.
Exactly. So, and we have actually got someone watching who actually would said she'd love a card, someone called Debbie.
Sorry, say that again.
Debbie has said she would like a card.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm just going to finish you off with a.
Yep.
This is kind of what
Oh,
to
the new ones.
this is what to meditate on, basically. So what wolf energy would be? Hello. Our hostess with the mostess on Saturday has arrived.
Exactly.
With a starlight above her head. Look at that. That's what I was trying to get, but it just wasn't having it in this room. So, Ray, your wolf is... It's not flying out, so I'm just going to go here. And it is Earth. I am nourished and supported by you. You keep me rooted and bring stability. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So that's kind of just what to meditate on. Right. So who did we have? Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie Graham said that she would love a card.
Right. Let's go with the Conscious Creatures Oracle then. Their first debut performance. I was really hoping that the proper there we go, there's Al. He's just flown out of the pack, quite literally. So this is for you, Debbie. So this is about seeing and hearing all, another very spiritual card. I was writing this message last week, actually. It's amazing, isn't it? When you channel, I can't remember what on earth I've actually channeled now. So I'll just look at the card and see what kind of comes out. Although I do remember saying that owls can turn their head 360, and somebody actually corrected me and said, no, it's actually only 270. So there's an owl fact for you.
There you go.
But they're very much, they're very much about clairaudience. They hear very well. You know, they see very well. So, I mean, spiritually, this is about, you know, for Debbie, this is about, you know, heightened seeing and hearing, could be physically and spiritually. For me, owl, well, particularly in this situation, it's not always the case, but owl often also goes in sync with, I'm trying to find the right words, with mouse, because obviously they eat, you know, they eat and catch mice. And the two together for me are very much about opportunity, because mice are very opportunistic, but the owl is very good at just silently, swiftly going in, getting that opportunity. So yeah, quite magical, mysterious, but I think this is, because of the colours on this card, very much for Debbie as well, about, you know, kind of finding the truth within her heart, because you've got the pinks and the greens. So this is kind of seeing and hearing all with your heart space, I think, is probably the best way I can sum that up. So hopefully that's helpful to Debbie.
Yeah.
Good evening, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining us.
I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it. No, I know. I'm trying to get back for it. So, yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
So, hello. Thanks.
Did you want one? Oh.
Well, do you know what I was going to say about the owl? I was going to say, if you've ever found an owl pellet, which I often find at the yards, I think they're quite good at getting rid of all the stuff they don't need in a really, you know, in a really efficient way as well. So it's about kind of, for me, it's about that ejecting and getting rid of the stuff that's not serving.
Yeah. Well, as I was shuffling, this is what's come up for you. Can you see her?
Oh, and what is it? I can't see.
Orangutan.
Oh. Oh.
And her message is, I trust.
Oh, that's lovely.
Quite apt for you as well, Ray, I think, as it goes.
Yeah.
The old orangutan. Yeah.
And interestingly, I've been writing orangutan's message, and she's very much about the mother and baby bond. I shall say no more on that, because you'll know kind of what where I'm going. But yeah, I mean, for me, orangutan, they're just so compassionate. They're so Oh, do you know what? They're having such a tough time, aren't they? You know, with their habitats being lost and everything else, and you know, they just seem to be. I don't know. You know, I just look in her eyes and I just think, even though you know potentially her habitat is disappearing, she's still trusting. And did you see the clip that Laura Hauschel sent of the orangutan trying to help the guy out of snake infested? Yeah.
Brilliant.
And yet, curiously, he didn't actually take her up on her offer or his offer. So she literally just reached her hand out to say, come on, I can save you from these snakes. I know you're trying to save me. But, you know, to which this, I think the point I'm making is that animal-human bond again, which we all know is so strong. But yeah. So yeah, number 6 as well, goddess energy. So, you know. Say no more.
say no more at all. So yeah, so that's a taste of what Sharon's going to be offering on Saturday. And obviously, if you book a one-to-one with her, you know, she goes a little bit more deeper and in depth with it. And of course, you actually you get to see the cards in person as well, which is absolutely brilliant, especially the new deck. Which we all look forward to.
Everybody will leave with a specific kind of affirmation, so it's not just about you know, me saying, oh, this is what I see, this is what I feel. The whole point of the sessions that I offer is that people go away with tools that they can use for themselves, irrespective of whether they buy anything. You know, whether that be working with a colour that I suggest or affirmation that, you know, comes through. There's always something that they can take away with them to, you know, and they can take photographs as well on their phones these days, you know, so you can kind of still take that essence with you. So
that's what I do when I do my cards is you know, after I've done the reading, I'll say to people, you know, take a photograph of the cards because it just reminds people, because quite often you'll have the reading and you'll walk away and you go, damn, what were those cards that said that? Take a photo. It's once the reading's been done, that, you know, that's absolutely fine, you know. And you know, I'm going to be in the caravan with Sharon. I'm not in the same room. I'm at the other end. I'm in the small room. I'm in the cozy part. But I'm going to be in there offering either angelic reiki with an angel card reading. Again, you can take photographs of the cards once we've done the reading, or you can actually go on a journey into the future to meet a departed loved one, and maybe you know, have a few words with them, or just see how they are, get some advice from them in there. So there are 2 things I'm offering on Saturday, and it's going to be 25 minutes for £20, so a fraction of what I normally charge on there. You think you're charging very similar, aren't you, Sharon?
Yeah, I'll do the same. Yeah. And if people actually want, you know, if people don't want a reading but they like the sound of the ocean drum, I'm quite happy, obviously, to do a one-to-one ocean drum journey as well, to take them kind of, well, wherever they need to go for their own personal healing, whether that be, you know, stress relief or, you know, vision quest or whatever. So
yeah, cool. And also, I'm going to be doing a workshop with the beautiful Caroline Sharp, who you saw earlier. And we're going to be doing a workshop called A Meeting of Angels. So Caroline is going to be bringing her beautiful crystal bowls. I'm going to be taking you on a guided journey. We actually have no idea where we're going to go with that one. We've got a rough idea that we're going to take you into your heart and meet and connect with angels. But as both Caroline and I tend to work with channeled stuff, we have no idea where the sound of the crystal bowls are going to take you, or where my guided meditation is going to take you. So that will be an interesting combination. But you know, you will definitely leave feeling loved, blessed, connected, like you're floating on air. So you will need to make sure you ground yourselves before you go. So that's a couple of things about me, Sharon. So Michelle, why don't you tell us more about what else is going on? Because me and Caroline kind of like messed it up earlier.
Did ya?
Hey.
Oh, it's normally me that messes it up. Well, I suppose really the whole day, the ethos of the day is sort of, it's about, we keep saying it, raising funds for Kent Equine Facilitated Learning, which is my not-for-profit business, which is a community company, lots of big words. And basically I work with adults, but predominantly children that are finding it difficult to sort of meet the mainstream requirement. And I definitely fit into that category. I mean, you know, so they're very much like-minded people that come in and interact with me in the horses, and I just sort of set up the stage really. But so it's about kind of bringing in those extra funds to see us over the winter, and you know, to just support what we do. We've had really good news with our where we are and where we're based. I mean, there's a lot that I'm going to be sharing, but over the summer we was looking at our lease and, you know, the space and the land where we are, but we've just had really great news, and our lease now is running up until, well, it's a 15-year lease that we've just renewed, and we're applying for lottery funding as well now, so that we can put some more structural
Oh my goodness. Well, I had a vision literally yesterday, day before. Yeah, of all your stables coming down, and there being like brand new stables and like a little kitchenette, toilet, and a bespoke workshop kind of space where you can, you know, where, like, God forbid, if it's pouring down with rain, we can at least get 15 of us or whatever into the, yeah, I mean, I literally, I'll keep my fingers crossed then, because yeah, I literally, yeah, saw that yesterday.
Yeah, so I mean, the way we set the company up originally, because I was a bit pie in the sky with it all, and when I set it up, I'd added some things into it, which meant that I wasn't really entitled to big lottery funding. But we've adjusted all of that now, and the man who works with me, my friend Garnet Johnson, and raises funds for us, messaged me today and said, you know, it's all in place now. We can really, you know, start looking at the bigger grants. I do get other grants from sort of Tesco's, and I've got, you know, good friends that kind of sponsor some of the children that I work with, some local businesses as well. So I'm really lucky. Raise is a really good fundraiser, and all of you guys come over and support what I do, and all the additional stuff, you know, goes to. And also, I paid myself my first wage.
Oh, well done.
So I paid myself my first wage from the business into me, so which is amazing, because I've not actually paid myself a wage from it as yet. So so it's great. So, you know, we really feel like we're getting somewhere with it, and very popular. So that's me sort of banging on about what I do. But so on Saturday, I'll be doing a workshop that kind of combines, you know, your relationship, you know, the relationship that you bring into your pet. You know, your pet comes to you with their open heart, and, you know, gives you so much trust and, you know, undivided devotion and attention, and you come in with your stuff and your baggage, and, you know, the stuff you're dragging in from way back, just like you do when you go into a relationship with a person as well. And then you know, all of your expectations that, you know, you put onto this wonderful relationship that you're going to have with your pet, and, you know, sort of, you know, take their path and their journey. And where, you know, so Sue Benton and I are going to be doing a workshop all about, you know, pets and sort of how we create the best relationships for us and our pets. So, which, if you don't have to have a pet, you know, it could be a relationship with your friend or your partner or a family member, so you can replace pet with people, because it's just the same stuff really.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing in my workshop, and then I'll just be there welcoming everybody at the gate. I've got Ellie, who's one of the mums whose son attends our Saturday group sessions. She's going to be there on a stall. She's created lots of wellbeing natural products. So she's got loads of those and she's going to be talking about Kent Equine as well, and how it supported her and her family over the past couple of years. And yeah, I'll just be walking around, saying hello to everyone, chasing my tail, and just, you know, being grateful to everybody that turns up on the day. So
Yeah. So that's 3 workshops, and there's 2 other workshops taking place as well. You've got Vivian Fox, who'll be doing a workshop on the balance procedure.
And she's in the caravan between you two as well. So she'll be doing one-to-ones with people, and she'll be I said to her, you're going to bring the balance cards with you as well, so if people want to purchase them. And she said, oh yeah, good idea. So she's bringing her cards as well, and she's going to be set up in between you two. So that caravan is going to expand on Saturdays. It always
Yeah, that'll be pretty good. And you know, her workshop, you know, is actually a really good one. You get to find out about balance and you know, everything else about that as a group, which is really good.
I have to say, the balance procedure for me, when I was first introduced to it a few years ago, just made a massive difference. I mean, for me specifically at the time, I was going through real monetary issues, and it's just that little shift in energy. Well, it's funny because you had lack and abundance, didn't you? So we're coming back to that again. But honestly, it was like, once I'd had the session, every day for 7 days after that, something, you know, was happening that either meant that I had money coming in, or it meant that, you know, I'd saved money in some way. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I mean, it's, you know, yeah, it's quite powerful stuff when you think it's only 9 little, you know, little cards in a pack. But yeah, so
yeah, it's very straightforward. And actually, I did a session with Ray, Vivian, and
Marie.
Was it us 4, or was it just
Marie?
No, it wasn't me. I think it's just the 3 of you.
3 of us. And actually, I said, I'm not turning my camera on, girls. I'm in my bed. I'm not getting out of bed. It was one of those, you know, one of those times really where I was, oh, you know. And anyway, she said, look, I want to do the balance procedure with you. I said, can you just do it on my behalf, please? I said, yeah, of course I can. And I just started after the first call, and we did this workshop for about an hour online, and Vivian, you know, did the whole workshop with me and Marie Louise. Afterwards, I thought, I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad. I felt so much better. And she, you know, she said, Michelle, she said, you've got nothing in the tank. I said, I haven't. You're right, I haven't. I've got nothing. She, you know, she worked it all out for me. So it's great. Yeah. Vivian, always.
Yeah, and the other workshop is with Sarah, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's the adult tea party.
Cool.
An adult what?
Adult tea party. So
Tea party. Oh, play party.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but every time I think of adult play, so adult tea party, lots of fun, and I would imagine it would be. I mean, I said to you, Ray, yesterday, what do you think it's going to be about? Because I don't know, but it's always interesting to see how Sarah works. She brings so much energy in. She's so creative, and yeah, I'd be interested to see how her workshop goes as well.
There's bound to be some art involved, because I know she's nearly always drawing and painting and colouring, and which she might not be, but I know she bought some creative stuff last time, which was cool. So
yeah, so that would be nice. So the workshops are running, aren't they, throughout the day, and then people can go and talk to the people that are selling things. So we've got like aloe vera products, and we've got crystals, and we've got Jane and a fantastic forest, woodland furniture and honey, and all about, you know, everything about bees. So that's again like a whole plethora of things that Jane brings in as well. So yeah, so lots of things to keep people occupied in between the workshops, and then dotted around all over the place of all these healing therapists, you know, like you and I, and equine Reiki and all of that. So
yeah, and you know, we've got Emma who's going to be doing tarot cards and showing off her artwork. So there's pretty much, and the beauty is it's only £15 entry, so that £15 gives you access to all 5 workshops. So you can actually do all 5 workshops for £15. And then in between, go and see a therapist. So even if you do all 5 workshops and just see one therapist, that's £35 in total, from 11:30 till 5 p.m. So, that's a pretty good deal. And you will definitely sort of like be leaving there feeling so relaxed, so uplifted, so positive. But you will need to make sure you ground before you get in your car and drive off, because we don't want you driving off sort of like going, hey. We want you to be a little bit grounded when you go off. So although there's going to be cakes there, we're advising that you bring your own flasks of tea, coffee, little picnics that you can eat during the day. And because you can drive there and park, you can actually leave your bits and pieces in the car and sort of like go back there in between workshops, therapies, walking around these stands there. And also, bring a little chair or mat or something to sit on for the workshops. So it's all there for you, and there's even toilets there as well. So
there's even a loo where you can go and pee behind the bush. But the beauty of it in the summer was one lady, she popped up a little tent. I saw her shake her little tent out, and then she got her bed and she had her blankets. And I said, "Oh, you're all right in there having a nice." She said, "Oh yeah, I've got a bit of time before." Oh, what a great idea. So if people want to bring little tents that just pop up and they've got their own little area where they can go and chill, and because we've got quite a lot of space there, so you can sort of mingle and then retreat, or go and wander around as you wish on your own. So
yeah,
the yoga mat.
If you did absolutely nothing, just £15 to just be in that space, even if you just rocked up, laid on the ground for the entire day, and just chilled out.
Vibes from everyone, won't you? I think that just the energy just does the work for you, doesn't it? So I think what a great idea. But bring your yoga mat, bring some seats in for yourself, unless you're happy to sit on the grass. And dress for the weather, and I'll be having a pillow and a blanket, or I do, I pull a beanbag out and I just lay there.
Exactly. I'd love to do that, but I'm going to be actually working. But it's enjoyable work. And the beauty with all the therapists is, if we've got space on the day, you can come in and see us. But otherwise, you can actually contact us all direct beforehand and actually make sure you've got a space booked. So if we are busy and you kind of like get there and go, oh, there's no space left, pre-book. I put the link to the event page, and you should be able to on there find the contact details of everybody that you want, if you want to pre-book a one-to-one session.
I've only got 4 places.
Yeah, Sharon's only got 4 spaces. So if you want to get on that, do that. I haven't got a lot, because obviously I'm doing the workshop. So so most people are only going to have 4, 5, 6 slots available. So ideally you want to kind of like pre-book in advance if you can, for the individual therapist for that. And of course, if this is sort of like the first time you've ever heard of this and you're thinking, well, I've got stuff, I'm a local business, I'm a cottage industry, I sell Etsy stuff, there's space, we can always fit more people onto the field, and that, just contact Michelle direct, and you can actually rock up once you've contacted Michelle and got all the details. You can actually just turn up on the day. Because again, it's also about supporting local people, local businesses. And we can even see the top of Michelle's head there.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Phone on charge. That's it.
That's better. So again, it's not just supporting each of us, supporting Kent Equine, supporting everyone who's coming, but it's also supporting small businesses, cottage industries, Etsy, anything like that. Contact Michelle, and if it's a fit, you'll be able to come along on that day as well.
you do something that supports people in their well-being, whether that be mental health, spiritual health, physical health, you know, have you got something that you know, gifting, you know, Christmas is coming up and all the rest of it. So yeah, if you're somebody who does that, I mean, I would love, I think before we had a lady who come on with essential oils, that would be great. If someone, you know, I work with essential oils all the time. The horses love them. I've got my own set of essential oils, and I can show people how they work with the horses, and with the kids that I work with, and with the adults that I work with. But you know, I've got lots of strings to my bow, which I obviously sort of, you know, get from you guys. I use your wolf cards in every week, you know, Sharon. They come out every week. The children are so attached to them. The children have bought them from you directly. I know that. And yeah, no, and I think as well, if somebody came to me, I get messages all the time. How did you start? I'd love to come and see. I'd love, you know. So this is the day now to come over and grab me and say, you know, how did this all start? How did it work out? You know, I want to come and watch a session. Well, there's a session there that you can watch. You know, Sue and I are doing our session in the afternoon. Or if someone come up to you guys and said, you know, what made you go from being this way to being this way,
Yeah.
and how did your journey evolve? And you'll happily speak to them, won't you? So yeah, that's, I think that's what it is. It's almost like an open day, isn't it, for us to all speak to people, and you know, people can come and ask as many questions as they want.
Can do. And you see that horse in the card that Sharon's holding up?
Yeah.
You'll actually get to meet him in person.
Yeah, meet Ginger in person. So yes. They've all had they was all at the nail bar today, all getting their feet done today. So, yeah, all lovely. So yeah, the farrier was there today. So yeah, Ginger would be happy to say hi to you all for sure.
Yeah.
I've just written the message for that one today.
Oh, what did you say in the end? What was it?
I'll send it across to you for your perusal. I can't actually remember now, but I used the bit that Ginger actually kind of shared with you, edited it a bit, and then I think I've said something about how ridiculously sensitive they are, and you know how they can hear your heartbeat, and you know, obviously they probably know you better than you know yourself sometimes.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they're always. Yeah, they're always giving me tips and advice, and you know, if I'm not working well, they let me know. So, you know, they totally let me know. So yeah, it's great, really. But oh, good. I'll be looking forward to reading that then.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the page in the book will be created by then, so you can see the whole setup, because we've changed it a little bit now. So we're actually going for a bigger full colour book in a bigger box rather than the standard kind of little booklet thing. So they've all got their own wisdom, then there's a little message, and then there's an affirmation. So it's kind of like comes in 3 sections. So yeah, I'll ping it across to you so you can make sure you're happy with what Ginger and my good self had to say about horse energy.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, no, I'll be really happy to read that. Thank you.
So there you go. Everyone who's watching this live or watching the replay, you've actually heard a little bit about how cards are developed there.
Oh,
see?
yeah.
I
mean, that day it was pouring down, wasn't it? And then all of a sudden, we had a couple of snaps in the weather when we managed to get that really great image of her. So yeah. She's a bit in sweat. But yeah.
That's perfect. So all the details will be in the comments. So you can just click on the individual links to either book the ticket, check out the page, contact me, Shell, book direct with me, book direct with Sharon. I'll put Caroline's details on there again. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you all on Saturday.
Brilliant. Thank you.
All right. So, see you on Saturday.
See you later.
Bye.